Hi, today's good person to know is Stephen Thomas. He's founder of No Red Braces, a marketing consultancy based in Oxfordshire. Stephen has become something of a networking guru or expert, having had to devise some tips or secrets as to how he could conquer his fear of networking, because he really did suffer both physically and mentally when he was attending networking events. He says it's about being honest and not being ashamed to say that you're feeling uncomfortable, because more than likely the person you're speaking with is also feeling uncomfortable too. He says it's about asking basic questions, simple questions, just to break the ice. I caught up with him after Stephen gave his talk to find out more. I'm really sorry about the sound quality. It's horrendous, it's appalling. I'm really sorry, but I'm hoping you get the gist of it. If you want to read a chapter of his book for free, he's given me this card, which I will put the instructions on the screen. This video is really relevant to any of those of you who hate networking. If you want your career, your business, or social skills to flourish, you really do need to master the art of networking. So I hope you enjoy it, and thank you for watching.
Anyone get nervous when they go networking? I've been an estate agent for about 20 years of my life, and I had my comfort zone. And you've all got your comfort zone in whatever you're doing for a living, whatever you're doing for a business currently. And in my comfort zone, I was really comfortable sat across a desk from other people and talking to them. I was really comfortable going into other people's houses and talking to them about their house and valuing their house and talking to them about selling their house. And then I got invited to something called a business networking event. And I thought, how hard can that be? It was described to me as it would just be a bunch of local business people sitting down, having breakfast. It was a breakfast event and talking about their businesses. So I thought, how difficult can that be? In late November 2005, the very first that I knew that I was going to have to do it, unprepared, was when Sharon opposite me stood up. And to this day, I don't remember what Sharon said, but I remember how she said it, because I remember that Sharon was incredibly confident when she presented. She had all of her words absolutely word perfect, but not only were her words perfect, she had her tonality absolutely right so that she delivered her message with impact. She even got all of the pauses in the right place, see what I did there, so that her message was delivered with the right impact, and she was even prepared enough that she had her body language absolutely right to deliver her message. And Sharon sat down and the person next to her stood up. And I got this dawning realisation that I was going to have to do this. And you know when you make something real, you know when you believe something so much that it's real in that moment. Well, what I believed in that moment was that everyone else in the room was a better business person than me. Everyone else in the room was more confident than me, which was probably true. Everyone else in the room had more money, had a better car, probably had more sex than me. Everyone else in the room was somehow a better person than me. And when Sharon sat down and the person next to her stood up, I then stopped being able to hear what anyone else in the room was saying. Because instead of now listening to what people are saying, I'm now mentally going 6, 5, 4, and counting down till the inevitable moment when I'm going to have to stand up and speak. I remember very vividly what my nerves were doing. I remember the physical symptoms perfectly. My stomach was tying itself in knots. I'd run out of breath. I don't know what had happened to my breath, but I could no longer project any words out of my mouth. And all of the spit had come out of my body. It wasn't just that. It wasn't just the physical symptoms. It was the mental symptoms, what was going on in my head. The sensible thing for me to do in that environment was to stand up, do my bit, sit down, everyone's happy. But my brain's telling me to pretend that my phone's ringing. My brain's telling me to pretend that, oh sorry guys, it's my phone. Hello? What, one of the boys is ill at home, I'll come straight away. Do I make an excuse and get out of the room? Do I pretend to be ill and go off and never come back? Do I go off to the toilet and never come back? Well, I kept going. I won't let you into all of the secrets, but I had a little routine that I went through before I went to every meeting to make sure that my nerves were dealt with, and I started to pick up the odd bit of business and saw it very much as something medium to long term. And the lesson that I should have learned is that if I was going to be any success in business for myself, or even if I worked for someone else, the first thing that I was going to have to do was to get over myself. The first thing that I was going to have to do was get out of my comfort zone. Babies do not get out of their comfort zone when they're learning to walk, because sitting on the floor is actually quite comfortable. But to a baby, walking looks even more exciting. Do not go out of your comfort zone, go into your adventure zone. Recently got invited to write Business Networking for Dummies, which hopefully you've all been given a free chapter of. You need to present your product or your service or whatever it happens to be with a passion and the confidence that is appropriate to you. You need to be the biggest advocate of whatever you're talking about when you talk about your product or your service. When you stand up to speak, learn the techniques that enable you to get that across. If you don't know what to say, do one thing. Get a blank piece of paper and write down, I love what I do because, and see what comes next. Work out what gives you that passion about your business that is going to get other people to buy into you. Do two things. Ask the other guy all about their business, and then after that, offer to connect with them afterwards. Whenever you go networking, stop making choices about who it's going to be better for you to talk to, who's going to be the best person for you to talk to. I don't want to talk to you because you're a small business, I want to talk to you because you're a big business. Never underestimate the other people in the room.
I asked Stefan a question in the audience. Unfortunately, we have to leave really quickly. My question was, if you're in a room and you need to go do networking, how do you network?
I would start with the person who's standing on their own. That's where I would start. And I would start with a bit of honesty. I would walk up to them and say something, for example, like, I get really nervous at events like this. Can I say hello to you? Because I don't know who else to talk to. I would use something that was honest about me, or use a device, like talking about the food, talking about something, mentioning the speaker. What did you think of that guy? What did you think of that guy who just presented? It starts the conversation for you. People go to networking events to talk about their business. So once you've opened the conversation, all you need to do then is start asking them questions about yourself. My name's Stefan Thomas and I'm the author of Business Networking for Dummies, and here's my editor. He's come along to welcome me today.